Welcome back, everybody. My name's CrainBramp, and today on Indie Gaming Lunch, we are taking a look at a rather unique roguelike with a cool art style and its own take on a level up skills system. So grab yourself an elder club and string that bow, because it's monster fighting time in Striving for Light Survival.
Tempted mankind with unimaginable wealth and formed alliances to forever destroy the monumental light. The light, holding a greater plan, accepted mankind's decision. A battle echoed across the world, and the monumental light was extinguished, fracturing into countless fragments that scattered into the darkness. The era of light was over, and an era of darkness began. Wanderers moved out to strive for the fragments, but most became corrupted, offering the fragments to the fallen Eodra. The light will recombine, giving mankind an ultimatum. On which side of the line will we stand in the final battle?
Hope you guys are having a great day today, and welcome back to Indie Gaming Lunch, where we do bite-sized gaming sessions with smaller indie games that might fly under the radar. So Striving for Light is a traditional roguelike in that it doesn't have any meta progression, but it rather works on a system of character unlocks, weapon unlocks, and skill unlocks. There's also a full online leaderboard, as you can see up here, if you want to participate in that. I'm playing offline at the moment. Also, I do want to point out something unique about this, which I personally appreciate. There are a number of good options that meaningfully affect gameplay inside the options, such as you can turn blood effects on and off. You can do manual aim instead of auto. You can do hit bars, gamepad vibration, player effect transparencies, mini-map transparencies. A lot of good options that really change the UI, and I appreciate that, so kudos to the devs. All right, so let's jump right in and let's talk about how you start a run, because that is as unique as the game itself. So this is your start screen where you choose everything for your run before you choose your map. You will choose a character, which is in the middle. You will choose a melee weapon from the left-hand side, a ranged weapon from the right-hand side, and then you will choose some skills in the section below. The way that skills work is when you level up, the game creates a randomized skill tree based on all of the skills in the game, with higher weight given to skills that you've unlocked, and then even higher weight given to skills that you've unlocked and selected in this tree. That'll make more sense once we get into the run. So there are 8 characters. Each one has specific attributes. You begin with the Unknown Wanderers unlocked, both the male and the female version, and 2 weapons unlocked, which is the short sword and the light staff. The male version of the Unknown Wanderer has plus 20 melee damage, negative 20% projectile damage, and then the female version is simply flipped. And then as you play, there are unlock prerequisites for both weapons and skills. One of the nice things about the game is even if something is unlocked, you can still see the full stats of the item and then exactly how you unlock it, such as on this character here. Defeat the end boss on wave 20 on the Frozen Plains on difficulty tier 2. Each one of these has a specific niche that they live in. Same with the weapons. Each of these has a separate unlock and a separate niche that they live in. Some notable examples are the Elder Club, which is this absolutely humongous club. Sting, which is a spear that's very quick. And Poison Blight, where hit enemies or poisoned and spread poison condition to nearby enemies when defeated. Absolutely wicked when combined with a bunch of condition damage buffs. Ranged weapons are in the same vein. You start out with the light staff equipped, and then you unlock additional things as you do additional things. And these are a little bit harder to unlock. They're on maps that I haven't unlocked yet. I've got a good bit of time into the game, but this game does take quite a bit of work to unlock everything. So next we'll look at the skills section. The skills are color-coded in here. The green background are melee skills. The deep blue background are range skills. And then you have modifiers that have various colors. Skills have the same type of unlock conditions that everything else does, usually maps or complete runs doing something. So we're going to take the Unknown Wanderer Male, we're going to grab Poison Blight, and we're also going to grab Ice Staff, which not only gives us +1 condition damage and companion damage, but the most important one is projectiles freeze enemies so that we can actually get a little breathing room when we need it. So we are a melee-based character. Let's grab some melee skills. Let's grab all of our condition damage stuff. So Sanguine Strike, which puts a blood splash, explosive hit. Let's grab Poison Nova, Scattering Hit, which scatters projectiles on hits, and then those also carry condition damage. We'll get Life Leech, Increase Collect Range, Trembling Ground, which is a Bleeding Blade for some additional condition damage, and Ravaging Companion just for a little fun to summon a companion to kill more monsters when monsters die. All right, let's choose our map. There are quite a few maps to unlock. As you can see, I have got quite a few that I still need to unlock. But today, rather than getting embarrassed on some high tier, because this is a true roguelike and I can have a bad run, we're going to check Beach level 1 and just take it easy today. How about that? Oh, yep. So that wasn't a no move challenge. My controller actually went to sleep while I was talking to you guys. So yeah, at least we didn't take any damage from that. Everybody just decided to run up there and give us a little hug and just, you know, get all warm and fuzzy with us. So I can deal with that. All right, so this is the random skill tree that I was talking about. This will look different every time that it starts, and as you select skills in this web, it will grow with additional skills. And here we get our first look at the random skill tree. Now, this is going to look different every time you start a new game. It may not be this big. There may be less skills on it, and there will be all kinds of different skills. So I like using the mouse here. You can use the controller if you like. You can also toggle skills on and off. And here we get our first look at the level up skill tree that you get when you start your run. Now, every time that you start a run, this will look different. As you select things, one of the important things to remember is that most things that modify your attack in some way, and whether it's positive or what, is going to take away from your attack speed. So we have 4 skill points. So I'm going to take increased melee damage, Poison Nova, increased attack speed, and then Scattering Hit. All right, so another thing to note about gameplay here is that you notice that the monsters are dropping experience. This is pretty standard for a roguelike game like this for an arena battler. However, there is an additional twist with Striving for Light in that any leftover experience fragments convert at a rate of 10 to 1. That's 10 pieces left on the floor that you haven't collected to 1 elite enemy, which are big bad dudes that you really just don't want in your run. It's a lot easier to deal with all these little guys. Now, that said, the bigger guys drop bigger experience. They also drop shards, which we're fixing to talk about now. So when I talk about shards, they are down here. You have the shard of conjunction, a shard with the power to reforge the connections of a skill. So let's say this skill right here or this skill right here, I don't like how it's connecting to these other skills. I can drop a shard of conjunction here and change this layout. There's also the Shard of Change. Probably the most important one, biggest one that I use, is that you can take a skill that you don't like or you don't want to take and change that to a random skill. Attack speed and health seem pretty weighted in that, but you can get anything. And finally, there's a Shard of Refund, which is basically your to get out of jail free card in case you choose a skill that you don't want or misclick. We have 3 skill points, so let's take increased melee damage early on, go on and start stacking that up, increased attack speed, and then we're going to take double hit, which the additional melee attack triggers not only all the attacks again, but all the on-hit effects. All right, that ought to get us considerably buffed up. Oh yeah, that's definitely a little bit better. So another good thing to talk about at this point is health. You'll see that there are hearts laying on the ground. These restore 1 health to you. 1 hit equals 1 heart gone. Standard roguelike mechanics there. And you get 2 per level on the floor early up. I'd say maybe the first 10 levels. And then at the back half of those, you only get 1 health on the floor. And the only way to regen health is through a skill called Leech Life, where every 160 enemies you kill, you get 1 health back. We have 3 skill points. This might be another good time to talk about stackable effects. Some effects are stackable, some are not. It will tell you that on there. So we're going to take Scattering Hit, which is stackable, increased melee attack, and explosive hit. And that scales with our AoE size. I don't see any AoE stuff on the board yet, but we always have the chance to pull some. But remember that we have double strike, which means double explosive hits and all that good stuff. So let's go on and look at that. Just slicing through the enemies like butter, as I say that, as the elite runs up and really attempts to just take my head off right there. All right, so 10 more seconds. Let's go on and kind of move up to a corner around this health, just in case we take some damage, and also to try to localize the experience to one area to pick it up. I'm going to tell you, this is one of the best skill boards that I've seen in a while. There are multiple directions to go, and all of them are good. So we're going to grab Sanguine Strike for some stackable bleeding, increased attack speed, and increased melee damage, which puts us on track for more Poison Nova and more double hit and more attack speed. Why? I saw that freaking rotating boulder and then stepped right into it. Can't believe that I did that. Anyway, you can see that multiple elites, I mean, I've had like late waves where I'm running companions, which are a whole different thing that you can get. But the problem with companions is that they roam from you. And if you don't have like really exceptional pickup range or good move speed or something like putting yourself in a corner where you can limit the experience, you'll have experience all over the board. And I've had late runs where I've had 8 or 10 elites in a run, and I'm gonna tell you, it is not fun running from 8 or 10 of those monsters. So continuing right up this path, I think we're gonna do what I said: increased attack speed, stackable Poison Nova, and another double hit on top of that. All right, let's get this out of the way. This elite is a little easier. He'll get close and then he'll make a damaging zone, and then you just step back in. The good thing about having condition damage, of course, is that it's damage over time. And things like bosses, you can, and elites that have any kind of a pause animation, you can just hit them, move off, and let the condition damage do its job. Talking about bosses, they are completely separate from elites. And bosses you get, I think, every 5 levels. But anyway, we'll see one here shortly. There is so much attack speed on this board. I think I'm going to take Trembling Ground. I usually try to stay away from it because it's attack speed -40. But it is absolutely a beast when it comes to condition damage. So we're going to go on and grab that, and then 2 attack speeds to go with it to balance that out. Oh, look at that. So those areas scale with your area of effect, and everything in that area is the same as your melee hits. So I'm getting my double strikes, and I'm getting 3 on-hit damage over times with every hit on top of that. So if you're it's almost cheating. It's so good. So let's get in this corner, and one elite, I'm almost like, oh well, depending on the elite, of course. I'm going to grab another explosive hit. They're stackable. I'm going to do a shard of change here because I don't need an additional projectile, and grab this double hit so that I can move up this Poison Nova increased attack speed tree. All right, let's knock this level out. It ought to go pretty quick. Not bad, not bad. I got a little cocky there at the end and actually almost died messing around. I lost 2 things of health. But moving up this tree, like I said, we got 3 points. I'm going to do double hit, attack speed, and then grab this increased area of effect, which is really what I was after. And then we can move up into here, and it's condition damage, melee damage, increased attack speed. I mean, this whole tree in here is pretty badass. All right, wave 9. Let's knock this out. Not a bad run. Not a bad run. 1 elite out of that. So let's go on. And I already know where I'm going. Condition damage and attack speed. This is wave 10. We ought to have... Oh, yep. A bigger elite to fight. Ouch, that hurt. And let's get up here. Grab us some health really quick. Get close enough to him to actually get some condition damage going, and he is dead. And then wiped out that elite. Got a shard of refund. Not too bad. Let's go on over here and hide out by our health and just let everybody come to us and die on our condition stuff. Not bad, not bad. Left 1 on the floor, but you know what? It's not too bad with an elite. Let's go on and take increased melee damage, increased attack speed, and we'll grab another double hit. All right, so let's see if we can just maybe get in a corner and let them come to us and not... Oh, well, yeah, but he got wiped out. I kind of meant normal enemies, but yeah, let's see how that goes. Let's see if we can just kind of chill out here in the corner for a minute. We got a health right there. If something happens and something hits us or we get overwhelmed, I'm sure that we can just step out and get the health. I got so mesmerized by watching it, I almost forgot to pick up all the experience. Say that wasn't too bad. Only 8 left on the ground. That means we didn't get an elite. Only got 2 skill points, but still not bad. Let's take double hit again, and let's take more sanguine strike. And that, look where that opens us up. More condition damage, more double hits, melees, attack speed. It's one of the better skill trees that I have had for a run, honestly. So... yeah, let's see how long we can actually keep this going. I'm going to get up here in the corner and hang out and see what happens. All right, go out of here and get all this experience and pick it up and run back in the corner. Not too bad. But we need to keep our damage up if we're going to do that. We got 2 skill points. So let's take a quick break from stacking our attacks because we're doing pretty good right now. And grab a max health and just some more attack speed. Just donate one whole thing to just grabbing a little bit more attack speed. So let's go down here in the corner. This is where our health is. And I was going to say we'll just hang out down here, and I forgot that I had an elite, and he got absolutely melted. Freaking melted. Anyway, let's hang out in the corner again. Might call this right here the go to your room build. Go stand in the corner and just do nothing. Oh, really all we got to do is keep them off of us. So we've got 2 more skill points. We'll go double hit and then increased melee damage. There's our life leech. We might grab that next. All right, find our health down here. This is also dropping a considerable amount of health at this point in the game. Scorpions. Now, scorpions might be a little bit of a problem. These guys do ranged attacks, and they usually stop a little ways off. So that may actually be a little bit of a problem. But I think what I can do is just kind of hang out in here. See, see? He pooped at me a green poop with his tail. Anyway, what I'm thinking is I can just kind of hang around here in the corner. That gives me quick access to the health if I need it, and also gives me a little bit of room to dodge the scorpions without it being too bad and experience being all over the board. Still 17, 1 elite. Hey, that's better than more. We got 2, so increased attack speed and life leech. All right, go to your room, man. Go to the corner. Up. Nope. You need to die, sir. Wow. Okay. I was expecting the condition damage to do a little bit better than that. Oh, that was a really big boy there. All right. So we'll go on and dodge up in here. Let's go on and collect as much experience as we can and get back near the corner at least. I'm thinking the scorpions, maybe I can wait until they actually pause for a second, because they pause before they telegraph that hit. So I may just oh crap, never mind. Got to talking to y'all, wasn't paying attention to what I was doing, and actually ate one from a scorpion right there. All right, so that's fine. We'll get down here near the health and hang out. How about that? Yeah. So, die, please. I don't need you doing more green poop at me. We'll grab you, go up a little bit farther. See, I'm leaving more. See, 2 elites. I'm leaving. Late game, it gets tough to manage that stuff on the ground. So, 3 this time. I think that's pretty obvious. We should go increased melee damage, and actually increased area of effect. All right. Oh yeah, that's much bigger. That will work. Oh, okay. Calm down just a little bit. You're okay. You're still alive. All right, grab everything that we need to. Let's grab this experience over here. The problem with going to grab experience is that you leave experience everywhere, especially if you're doing condition damage. Your foes can end up quite a bit away from you if you're running around the level. Anyway, let me finish this off. This should be a fairly easy level. One elite enemy, not too bad. That only gives us 2 skill points. So why not just double down? We'll take another stackable double hit and increased melee damage. So we'll just keep like pumping our numbers. I mean, all the correct skills are there to turn this guy into a melee monster. So, yeah, that might just be our thing. That was pretty good. Got a shard of change out of that. I haven't really had a need to use the shard of change. Well, actually, I have been using the shard of change. I was going to say I haven't had a chance to use my like shard of conjunction or anything like that for like skill connection respects. But anyway, let me go on and knock this out. We got 23 seconds left on this. These are, by the way, very long runs. You're talking, you know, all the way to wave 20, and you got stuff to do, and the waves get longer, and yeah, it's not a quick 15-minute run like something like, there we go, 2 on the ground. And so let's do a shard of change here, trying to get rid of that to get to our area of effect, and good lord, we get fragmentation. Defeated enemies create 4 projectiles. That is absolutely worth it. We'll take fragmentation and the increased area of effect and just keep buffing that area that we're dealing all that condition damage in so that we can stay farther away from the enemies with the idea that maybe we'll survive the wave 20. So anyway, 45 seconds. Let me knock this out. One on the ground. That wasn't too bad. We still only got 2 skill points, but yeah, that was a pretty tight. Got 2 skill points. Let's do bleeding blade and increased melee damage. Oh jeez, I forgot how big the blades are when they're affected by the area of effect. They don't they start off tucked in really small, and then your area of effect actually increases not only the big, huge area, but also the size of the blades, and it can get almost comical at times. It does take some reorienting of your attacks to be aware that they're so far out, but if you can do it right, it does enough condition damage that anything that makes it inside you can pretty much kill. The problem, of course, is that now I have experience laying all over the ground. I can't stay still because of the scorpions at this point, and I'm just leaving crap all over the ground. So with our boss, we're probably going to have at least a couple of elites. Oh, 3 elites on the final wave. That's brutal. So bleeding blade is stackable. Let's take it. And then we'll take Sanguine Strike and increased melee damage. The idea is to try to not only, and we have the Tidal Titan, is to not only buff our melee damage. Oh, jeez, that freaking elite just stomped me. But the idea, hopefully, ouch, I knew that was going to happen, is to actually get enough condition damage going with these blades. Ow, that really hurt. Pick up that health that we can do. Why? Enough damage that, just barely escaped that. I don't know, man. This dude is kind of beating the crap out of me. So let's just sit here. Let's just sit here and see what we can do. Nope. 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 Run. Get away. Stay far enough off that you can do. Nah. Anyway, I appreciate it, guys. That was a pretty good run. Just lost too much health there. But anyway, I appreciate it, guys. If you like what you see, if you like what you saw, hit that big red subscribe button. Really appreciate you stopping in for Indie Gaming Lunch. Hope you enjoyed it. Have a good one, man.